love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble.
What's up, racing fans? This is Keith with Each and Every Stride, coming at you with another episode of Road to the Kentucky Derby Series for 2025. I'm excited about this one here for the Holy Bull Stakes. Going to be Gulfstream Park on February 1st, this Saturday coming up. I'm going to be going over each horse, giving you my analysis, and also I'll give you my picks on the end of how I'm going to play this one. Kentucky Derby points on the line for connection. So this is huge. Got 20, 10, 6, 4, 2. So that's first through 5 here in the Holy Bull Stakes at Gulfstream. You know, the trail to the Kentucky Derby is really heating up. And I'm glad you're here on the ride on the Each and Every Stride YouTube channel. So hit the like button on this video and subscribe to Each and Every Stride. Let's take a look at this field, a talented field here that they put together for the Holy Bull Stakes. It's going to be 3-year-olds going a mile and 1/16 on the dirt. A field of 7 have assembled here for the Holy Bull. I'm going to talk about each runner and let me know who you like in the comments as well. Kinetic Control, number 1. Churchill Downs, 4th start maiden breaker. So it took him 4 starts to break the maiden. It was on November 22nd, set to make the first start of the year for 2025. Now, as I record this in the middle of the week, Dale Romans had 3 winners over the weekend at Gulfstream Park. So Dale Romans is the trainer here for number 1, Kinetic Control, and Junior Alvarado will be aboard. So it looks like the Dale Romans barn is really heating up here at Gulfstream. You know, this is actually for Junior Alvarado. He's had 2 Holy Bull winners in the past. So he had 2016 with Moyaman and looks like Rocket Can in 23. So Rocket Can actually just raced. I saw him at Oaklawn. So previous 2 winners there for Junior Alvarado. So good connections, hot connections at the moment. So it could be a horse to at least look at, maybe underneath. Let's take a look at number 2, Ferocious, a horse that's getting a lot of buzz. Impressive winner, the Saratoga debut winner for recent connections of the Kentucky Derby. So it's Gustavo Delgado. You know, this horse is raced really exclusively in Grade 1 competition for that rest of the year. And then was the runner-up in the Hopeful and the Breeders' Cup Futurity. You know, before that 5th place finish in that Breeders' Cup Juvenile. So that was, the barn knows, as I was saying, this barn is the one that actually produced Kentucky Derby winner in 2023 with Mage. I was there in person. You see this background right here? I was there. What an exciting, thrilling time that was. So, you know, these are the connections of Mage from 2023. So you got to take notice of that. Jockey Javier Castellano. He's actually won the Holy Bull twice too. So a lot of connections, a lot of jockeys have a history with this race. And Ferocious, it was purchased for $1.3 million as a 2-year-old by Flatter. So you're getting the blinkers on today. I'm going to be talking about that with the pace. I think it's an interesting pace scenario here in the Holy Bull. So first time blinkers here for Ferocious. Let's talk about number 3, Tappan Street. Interested in this horse. December 28th, debut winner there. And I think this horse is going to be close to the favorite. I think the public kind of sees what I see with this horse. We got Brad Cox has a lot of talented 3-year-olds in his barn right now. And this was a $1 million purchase for Into Mischief. Is unbelievable, doing great things. The sire Into Mischief, and you see the pedigree here is out of a half sister to Grade 1 winner at Del Mar. That was Grace Adler. So very good pedigree there. And you got Luis Saez, who won the Holy Bull in 2024 with Cairo Prince. And what's interesting to me in this is Saez jumps off of a stakes winner in this one. He jumps off of the horse I'm going to talk about next is Guns Loaded to go on Tappan Street here on Saturday. Also, Tappan Street, I'm not a huge weight guy, but he is carrying 4 pounds less than Ferocious. So could be helpful down the stretch there. We'll be talking about it. And good speed jockey. Saez could really fit this horse nicely. Saez likes to have his horses forwardly placed, so do like the number 3 there a lot, Tappan Street. So let's talk about Guns Loaded. Just was mentioning this horse is, wire to wire stakes winner. That was the 1 turn mile in the Mucho Macho Stakes at Gulfstream on January 4th. So this really starts off this stakes series here for the championship meet at Gulfstream. You got Jose D'Angelo trainee. It makes his first start after, going 2 turns there. So as the son of a Pegasus winner, Gun Runner, obviously, here at Gulfstream in the Breeders' Cup Classic. You track the top jockey and Irad Ortiz Jr. takes the mount. But I was saying that it was actually Luis Saez was on this horse last time. So Saez opts to go to number 3 Tappan Street here in the Holy Bull. Let's talk about number 5. He's Not Joking. Grade 3 winner at Woodbine. That was the Tapeta surface and was a disappointing 8th, though, at Churchill Downs. So that was the only dirt try. So we're going to be obviously on the dirt in this one for the trail here for the Kentucky Derby. Was beaten by over 10 lengths there in Kentucky. You got Johnny V aboard, Johnny Velasquez. So, he's been through this before. And you got a Practical Joke sire is the sire here. So that's always promising. Let's talk about number 6, Burning Glory. Rallied from off the pace and won at the 1 turn mile to break the maiden on December 1st at Churchill Downs. That was, this is going to be actually the first start away from Kentucky. So that's something that I'd like to see these horses kind of race maybe a little bit at Gulfstream, maybe once at least before getting into this huge stakes field. But you do have connections in Bill Mott, who won this race 2 years ago with Rocket Can. So I just saw Rocket Can race at Oaklawn the other day. So shout out to Rocket Can. And then you have Tyler Gaffleone aboard, who we just saw White Barrio win the Pegasus. So Gaffleone was actually on the White Barrio, who won this race back in 2022. So he knows a thing or two about this race here. For Tyler Gaffleone will be aboard. And let's look at number 7, Burning Square. So this is going to round out the field here in the Holy Bull. This horse was very impressive on debut. Won the Maiden Breaker December 28th at Gulfstream Park. I mentioned I like these horses that raced at Gulfstream before. And, has won over this Holy Bull's distance. And while that was with blinkers. So this is going to be another one, second time blinkers. Going to be interesting for Ian Wilkes. I really like this horse's pedigree, though. I did a little deep dive on number 7 here, Burnham Square. Is that horses by Liam's map, but he has 3 half siblings, and they actually are all winners. They're all 5-time winners. I know that was lower competition, but I like the pedigree. I like the resume there for number 7. I think there's some big upside, and get Edgar Zayas aboard will be again here in his return. Let's talk about my picks here and let me know who you like too in this big competitive Holy Bull. Let's talk about it. So, I just these are my picks here. I want to talk about the pace here too, because I see, let's go back here real quick before we get into my picks, is that I see this Tappan Street. I think it's going to have to sit off the pace of number 4 here, Guns Loaded. I think Guns Loaded is going to be the one to set the pace. You're going to see Ferocious with blinkers on. Could be more forwardly placed there, kind of stalking, maybe saving some ground up front more with speed. Those are the 3 horses I think that are really going to be more up front. Now, the horse that I think could be kind of a long shot, I'll talk about it. Now, I don't have morning line odds as I record this, but I just did, for my handicapping, I look at Ferocious as probably the favorite. I think Tappan Street would probably be somewhere around 3-1, something like that, maybe the second choice. So maybe I'm not the morning odds odd maker, but I think they're actually probably just dropping this evening as I record this in the middle of the week. But getting back to the pace here, I think the number 6, Burning Glory, could be at least one to kind of at least pick up the paces, the pieces late. and get a nice piece of this one. So let's talk about it, how I'm going to play this one in the Holy Bull. So we got Tappan Street. Is going to be my top pick, as I mentioned. I really like that maiden breaking performance. And then it's actually, as I wanted to mention to you guys, is that maiden race produced 2 next out winners. So that was a very competitive race and had good energy. I like the speed and good energy combo. I read some notes about that, had great energy past the wire. So Tappan Street, I think, is going to get a nice trip. And number 7 here, Burnham Square, is going to be my contender, my second pick here. Passes horses. And I mentioned about the good pedigree family I like of Liam's map. So I think there's some big upside with number 7. And my value long shot, I don't know the morning line yet. I hope it's not really a long shot of 5-1. I think we'll get a little bit better of a price than that. Is Burning Glory, number 6, as I mentioned. I think this horse is going to have good late pace connections, as I mentioned, with even Rocket Can recently in the jockey history, won this race before. Thank you so much, guys, for checking out this analysis and my picks here for the Holy Bull. As you can tell, I'm really excited because, the Kentucky Derby series is really heating up. This point structure is getting higher. So give me a follow at Each Every Stride on X Twitter, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel, Each and Every Stride. Going to be a ton of content here for the Kentucky Derby Trail, and got many videos coming out. So I appreciate everybody's support. Wouldn't be here without you guys. So let's keep cashing and keep moving. Let's go. Let's move forward.